Hey guys, so in this video I just want to show you how to update your master plan after you have received the end of period results in Sim4Projects. So what you do is you go to results, summary, view project plan. That's going to download a file, and that's going to be your end of period results. Now I've already done that, and it's saved over here as period 9 results. Now I want to open that, Microsoft project. Okay, that's how it'll open normally. And then I go to master plan. Now these are the master plans that I've updated in the past. I want to select the recent one, the most recent one. I want to rename that to period 9 because we're updating it for period 9. I want to open that as well. Now there's an issue in Microsoft Project that you're not able to do split screen. So if you have two screens, you'll see that it just doesn't work. So the solution to this is to not open the thing completely, but just to drag it to the side like this, and then you'll see you can drag the size of this thing. So just drag it so that it's both screens, so it fits the width of both your screens. And then what you can do is you can minimize these over here. And so I want the period 9 results on the right hand side. And I want the master plan updates on the left hand side. So pull this down. You can just shift this up so you can actually use this cursor thing over here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do for every task in this period 9 results, we are going to basically copy it over to this master plan so that it's exactly identical. So what I've done is I've made this little Excel spreadsheet. Just want to move that. So these are all the tasks for period 9 that were already completed. So basically it's just a nice way to check off what you have already done when you do the updating process. So we're just going to start with the first task here, approve model design. And we're going to look for it here. Just want to make that nice and clear. Okay, so that's there. Number 30, so it should be number 30 as well. Here as well. You can see. Okay. So very important, before we do this, we actually need to update the resources that we used for these tasks that we used in period 9, because it might have changed obviously because we chose new resources and stuff. We purchased new resources, hired new resources. So basically what you want to do is that's the first thing you want to do. Just see if anything is updated in this file. So as you can see, there are these training costs, managerial costs, and so on for period 9. But as you can see, they're all zero. So if we add them, it's not going to make a difference. So we don't need to add those. And then only the new resources we also need to add. So over here, you will see I have a bunch of dummy resources, just named engineer, for example. We didn't actually get an engineer. That's why it's just named engineer. But what I do basically is, if we would get an engineer, I would update this. I would just change that to the name of the engineer and also change the standard rate, overtime rate, and so on. We'll just save this file. Just want to see if there's anything that might have changed. It does not seem like it. So I'm just going to go back here to the Gantt chart view. Now what we want to do is we want to, according to this Excel spreadsheet, assign the resources to the tasks and also fill in the start date, the actual start date. So that was number 30. So we just want to change it to this basically. So you'll see that's in A because it hasn't been completed, but here it's actually completed, which is obvious. So what I do is I normally deselect everything, and then I just select the one we have to select, Julio and Spina Honeycut. So if you double click on this, you can actually change the amount of time that they worked for. So the Spina only worked for 50% of the time. And you'll see the order over here is different. So that's just something to keep in mind over here, but it's all right for now. Now we want to update the start date, which is Friday 29/12. Okay, so actual start date 29th of December. Unfortunately, I have to go through this tedious process. Right, that's done. The finish date, well, that's not really necessary to update. We don't have to update that. We just have to change the percentage complete to 100%. And it will fill in the finish date for us automatically. Now you'll see that that is $2,400 dollars every year. And if we add a cost column, you see that number 30 is 2,700. Now that's obviously quite a difference. So the reason for that is obviously the amount of hours and so on, but you can change the actual, literally the hours of every single day. And that's what we're going to do for every task. So I just want to save this, Control S, and I go into the task usage view for both of them. Or you'll see this is black like this. You can just drag this in a little bit and then it will solve all the problems. Now, number 30, approve model design. So we're going to take it resource by resource. I just want to add the cost column here as well. So we can easily have a large portion over here and only need these two columns. Duration and the work. Only actually the hours is necessary. So we're going to start with Julio. So what we're going to do is just select that and then drag it all the way to the left and then drag it to the right and see when's the first time that he actually has some hours that he did. You'll see it's over here, 25 December. So we literally want to copy that to be exactly the same over here. And you'll see now the order. I told you earlier about the order. So it's really important to take note of this. You can't just copy it over for this cell. You have to actually look at the person who it is, and he's in the lower cell in the lower row for the master plan, but over here is in the upper row. So just want to do the same thing over here. And you'll see that over here, 25 December is also, sorry, why did I do that? Anyways, this is this one. So you'll see on the right hand side, he worked for 4.17 hours. So I want to change that to 4.17. Next one, I want to make it 8, 8, and 3.83. I think that's all the hours that he actually worked for. Over here, it's all the hours. And over here, it's also all the hours. So now you'll see that over here, he's got 1,920, and there the cost is the same. So that's exactly what we want, and we just need to do the same for this Despina. Start over here. And that's 25 December. Over here, December. So that was 2.08. We've got a 4, a 4, and a 1.92. You'll see that cost is 780. The cost is also 780, which is great. The total is obviously the same as well. Okay, now we can just Control S to save that thing. And we're going to go into the Excel spreadsheet. I just need to tick this off as well. And the hours and the cost match. That's what I mean by that. Now the total cost we're only going to do after we've done all the tasks. And I'm going to pause it here and I'll see you guys when I've updated all the tasks. Okay guys, I'm back. I just want to show you that what I've done is I've updated the tasks for, the resources assigned, and also the hours, they also match, and the costs also match for all the tasks, including the project management. Now, something else about the milestones, you'll see over here that if you want to assign the resources, you literally just assign the unallocated resource costs and so on, which is pretty straightforward. You just set this to 100%, and the start date over here is coincidentally the same as well. So with the milestones, since they have a 0 duration, they don't actually have any logs in the what do you call it, the task usage view. So you don't need to change anything there. I'm just going to save everything now. And now what we need to do is we need to look at the totals of each group of tasks, basically. So we're going to start with market assessment. You'll see here at the cost and the actual cost. Those ones are exactly the same. The procurement is exactly the same. Supply quality, that is exactly the same. Design, 39804, exactly the same. Now this engineering, you'll see over here that it differs by about $1,000. So normally the problem over here is the percentage complete was changed for some weird reason. So you just need to change that to 100% and it should be about the same, 39202, 0.82. And engineering 39203. Now this is also something in Microsoft Project is that you're not able to have it exactly the same 39203, and that's just due to the durations like 2.83 actually being a 2.8333 or whatever, and so you're unfortunately unable to fix that. But in any case, let me just go on to the next one. So engineering quality, we have a 24864. That's also a problem. Also 60%, it needs to be 100%. 25878, exactly the same. Okay, perfect. Manufacturing, 7,100, 7,100, same. Now commercialization, uh, that's exactly the same. Project management, 108,460. There should be a percentage complete error, and there it is. Just need to change that as well. And 109,271, exactly the same. And now the milestones, 55587. 5587. Okay, so as you can see, everything matches now. Just want to save this Microsoft project file, and yeah, that's basically it, guys.